right, I will try not to click and clack too much, but
All good.
All right. Well, I'll call the meeting to order. It's 4:34, and Joy Jordan was unable to attend today, so Emily is nicely stepping into the role of temporary clerk and taking minutes. So the first order of business would be public comment, and we have none. So next up is the October 16th, 2024 minutes. Hopefully I don't know if anyone has had a chance to look at them, or if you want to take a moment to look at them.
Looks about right to me.
And we can move to accept them, and then we would, if that's seconded, then we can move on to comments and corrections. So
Okay.
so does anyone want to make a motion to get the ball rolling?
I'll motion to approve. Accept.
Yeah.
I'll motion to accept. I guess I second it.
Okay, great.
Okay.
So were there any, I wasn't here, so I'm going to abstain from, commenting or voting, but for those of you who were here, and thank you, are there any changes or any discussion about the minutes themselves?
No.
Okay, well, hearing no discussion, I guess now we would make a motion, I would entertain a motion to approve the minutes. Just say, Amy, would you like to move that we approve the minutes?
I move to approve the minutes.
Okay, great.
I second the approval.
Okay, and I'll take a vote. All in favor?
aye.
Okay, great. 3-0-1. So next up is on the agenda is our my follow-up with Select Board Select Board Member McCaskill about the work of the VIC in February 2024. You might remember that at the direction of the committee, I sent a follow-up email to Michael, just clarifying a couple of remarks he made during a select board meeting about the work we had done, and he just got back to me and said thank you for that, and thank you for the work we're doing, and he looks forward to working with us. So just wanted to close that out. So
Okay.
we have an update. Next up would be an update from Joy on the committee website. She's not here, but she did let us know that the town of Harwich IT department has to do an in-person training for her to get access. And obviously she'll need to find a time to schedule that, and that's challenging with her busy job. But
I have time if you want to defer that, or she wants to hand that over to someone else. I'm more than happy to step in because I do have time available during the week. So
that's great.
You can speak with her and see if that's something she's interested in.
We can carry it over to next month's agenda and have that discussion, but that would be great. I know it's probably great to have more than one person. I mean, Joy is doing the recording of agendas and minutes, so perhaps it would be helpful for her to, share the clerk duties by giving you access to the website. So that'd be great. And then Emily, you're next on our agenda for the list of committee chairs. And this, I will say, just anecdotally, I was on the Select Board's website today, and it looks like the number of committees with vacancies, as well as the number of vacancies on those committees, is substantially less than the last time I checked. So that's great. Yeah. I mean, perhaps it was because of our tabling effort at the town meeting. I don't know, but in any event. So, Emily, do you want to talk about?
Sure. We touched on this briefly during the last meeting. I provided you guys a copy. This is the exact same thing that I gave you at the last meeting. It does say vacancies as of July 2024 because I did do this over the summer. So I have not updated it based on a more recent vacancies list from the website. So that would probably be a next step, which I can work on between now and the next meeting. I did not prioritize anything, and I apologize for the formatting. Trying to get it all on one page was a little difficult. So the committee chairs' names are vertical instead of horizontal. I apologize for that. I basically just tried to collect vacancies as of July, a board description, their last meeting, and time and location of their meeting. And if I had any notes, I added those. So
I know we were talking about trying to maybe prioritize who we should approach first. And what do you think? I mean, do you have any thoughts on that, Emily? I was wondering if maybe we should reach out to the committee members, the committee chairs, or what are you thinking?
Well, if the idea or plan is to try and get committee chairs to come in to record something, I think reaching out to all of the committee chairs and seeing who we get a response for would be a great starting place. Yes. So prioritize based on response. There are several on here. For example, the Board of Appeals, Conservation Commission.
That require
There's several people.
planning board.
Well, that require some expertise, but also just that have a lot of vacancies.
Right.
I was
Right.
thinking, although the Board of Appeals as of July was 3 alternates, Conservation Commission had 5 open seats, 3 full-time and 2 alternates.
Youth Services.
Youth Services is not, to my knowledge, is not currently meeting, nor is Harwich Accessibility Rights Committee, which is on page 2. I don't believe that either one of those are currently meeting.
Yeah, I could see Historic District
Yeah.
too. So I would imagine that the Select Board's office or staff, maybe Natasha would have the emails for all these folks. So I'd be happy to craft an email, or if someone else wants to craft an email just saying, this is something we're spearheading and we'd love to do an interview with you on the Harwich channel to talk about the work you do. And I think I saw some great notes from the last meeting in the minutes about suggestions for, what's the time commitment, what's your board composition like. So, to the extent or whoever writes the email, we could share those kind of questions just so people know what they're getting into. But
And I'd be happy to also take some time to update this based on the new vacancy form.
so do you think maybe we would wait for you to do that and then we could reach out to the folks? Or just, I guess even any chair might want to talk about what their committee's doing in general.
Absolutely. I think that there's an opportunity there because someone's term could be coming to an end. Maybe someone is, planning on leaving before their term is up. So it might be worth it to reach out.
Or something.
Reach out to everyone.
Okay. Do either of you want to do it? If not, I'm happy to do it. I don't want to take all the fun. No, but honestly,
I can work on drafting something, so talking points, so something to the effect of, I just lost my train of thought. Basically, what we're looking for is if they are interested in doing an on-camera interview for the channel, promoting their board and getting people to basically join so that they can have more participants. Is that what
fill vacancies.
Yeah.
Just kind of and not a long interview, like 5 minutes or less, really. Just what do you do? And by that I mean, how frequently do you meet? I guess also what do you do? What's your mission? But
When do you meet?
When do you meet?
Is there any qualifications?
I think all of those questions are on the list that Joy sent out prior to the last meeting.
Yep,
The
yep.
draft list, just with the addition of the one from the minutes of October.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can try and draft something
Yeah,
and
great.
send you a copy and see what you think.
Well, I think just to avoid any open meeting law
Oh,
issues, if you
sorry.
can draft, no, not at all. If you can draft something,
And bring it in the next
bring
meeting?
it next time,
Mhm.
we can discuss it. But that would be great to get it started and, be a January 25 project, which sounds good. And it would be, prior to town meeting season and all that, so.
Can I ask a clarifying question?
Please.
So in regards to open meeting law, for example, if I'm updating this committee roster and Pauline is drafting this email, we can submit those to you in writing to be a part of the packet for the meeting, right? So that people can have a look at it prior to.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just, you don't want,
No
we don't want to get
discussion.
into like an email, like, oh,
Change this.
I would
Change
change
this
this
to
here.
that,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, okay.
So
All
no
right.
discussion.
No, and also to the extent we have a great Google Drive that has all our documents. So to the extent I think things can live there, then that's good for a historical record. So there's folders for agendas and meeting minutes. I just was looking at it today. I don't think there's a specific like you could create a new folder on the Google Drive called committee outreach or something like that.
There's a correspondence folder.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So it could go in there.
it could go in there in the correspondence folder. And anyone has access to that. And if you want to just send an email to the committee saying like, hey, the draft is in there and ready to be discussed at the next meeting, then that way people have an opportunity to review things ahead of time.
Yep, got it. Okay.
But thank you, that would be great.
Okay.
So for the purpose of the minutes, because I'm out of practice, we have 3 action items. You're going to draft the email. I'm going to update the spreadsheet, and you're going to reach out to the town administrator's office for contact information?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Is there anything I can do?
No, but I'm sure we'll find an opportunity for the next one.
Absolutely.
You can do follow-up if it's
Okay.
anything like all things. Okay, that sounds great. And I know on the agenda is review and finalize draft questions drafted by Joy. I think we can carry that over to the next meeting. Kind of ties in with Pauline's draft letter to the committee chairs to match up, to marry up what we're asking. So. The next thing I have on the agenda is discuss and prepare for the committee's annual report to the select board. The select board requires all the various committees to give an annual report, and we were also invited to an annual report in writing, but we're also invited to present it at select board meeting. It's not due until the beginning of January, but they were starting to have interviews of committee chairs. That's how it came to my attention. So I went to the handy Google Drive and found Emily's 2022 report and kind of marked that up a little bit. But I just wanted to, it's not, as I said, it's not due till January, and we probably won't be, I probably won't be presenting it to the board until January, and I'll let everyone know the date. If you want to attend, you don't have to. But basically, it's an opportunity for us to talk about what we've done. Thank the people the town officials who support and help us with various things. And just in my working off of Emily's draft and just change things a little bit. I have, the folks from the Harwich channel, Jamie and Caleb. I'm thanking, sorry, I'm babbling, so let me start over. So I have we have 5 members. I talk about our our tabling at the town meetings for committee membership. I talk about our election programs, both the contested candidates forum that we held last year. I say that it was for the library board and that we had invited the school committee, but due to scheduling conflicts, school committee contest rate, they weren't able to attend. And then I also mentioned that we promoted the town clerk's programming around election security for both the state and federal presidential election. It occurs to me I need to add, I think we also promoted their I don't know if it's called adaptive voting, but helping folks in the voting booth who might need assistance, so I'll add that. And then we haven't really done the informational sheets. I know they exist, but we haven't had access to the website, so we haven't been able to. But Amy, I have a memory. Did you, or maybe Pauline, did you guys post post some flyers this fall?
A little while ago, yeah.
So we could add. I could
Yeah.
put that. Do you remember which sheets you posted?
I probably have a copy.
So it was like how to register to vote, how to join a committee, and general info, and voter information committee are the sheets we had. Well, you can look, if you want to check, and
I probably have an extra one at home.
yeah, we can update. I'm gonna just kind of rough out a full report, but these are the talking points I was thinking. So I can put that, and then I don't know. Do you folks see any current issues? Like, what would be the priority for us? Like, what we might need assistance with? We have 5 people. I should know. Are we allowed 7?
I believe so.
Yeah. So, I mean, there is an opportunity to fill the committee more, and I think that's only for the good. So, that would be something we'd want to ask for.
Potentially recruit, yeah. Perhaps this upcoming project, just mentioning that, and encouraging if the Board of Selectmen, their liaisons to these committees, if they could encourage their committee chairs to participate.
Yeah, that's great.
Are there any that are not meeting because there are all vacancies and not enough for quorum, or?
I believe Harwich Accessibility Rights Committee does not have a quorum. At 3, I believe they're a 5-member committee, if I remember correctly.
There's more of a curiosity, just.
Youth Services has 4, so they also don't have a quorum. Those are the only 2 that I'm aware of.
Okay, I was just curious.
And then I had made a note, access to the website, but I think that's just, now we know how to finally do it. I know Joy for a long time was trying to find out how to do it. So she finally was able to track down the answer for that. That's not a criticism on Joy. It was just, not at all. It was more like figuring out how to get access. So I don't think that's really something I need to bring to the select board's attention. Anything else you think would be good to add?
I can't think of anything. This is the same report that is also published in the annual report book.
Exactly.
Yes, okay.
Do they want to see any future plans we may have?
I think it's a report on past activities. So, I mean, we can highlight that we're going to extend our efforts to make voters aware of the opportunity to serve on committees. But I don't think we have to.
Okay.
But what do you have in mind for future programs?
Nothing at the moment. I was just thinking if we are brainstorming in the future to get more people, I mean, I think one of our directives is to get people to sign up to vote and to vote on issues relating to the town. So how do we reach out to the people that aren't active that go to like town hall meeting and other town voting sessions? How do we reach those people to entice them to get active and realize that town issues are important? So I'm just thinking in terms of that.
Yeah, maybe we should start carrying that as an agenda item. Just how can we engage, encourage voter registration and engage participation from non-traditional town meeting goers? Or
I loved the early voting this year. Loved it. It was an accident. I went to apply for or submit my marriage license, and they were voting, and I'm like, that's what I'm gonna do now. It was great.
Yeah, I do think you're right. Maybe help the town clerk, promote the voting opportunities, and but also just outreach to younger. I'll just say younger voters, because I think
Specifically a town meeting.
a town meeting, or I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be great to have. I don't know we wouldn't necessarily know the demographics of the folks who are participating in the local elections, would we? I mean, I guess there's voter rolls, but
I'm not sure how we would,
I was encouraged. I don't have the number in front of me, but the voting participation in the presidential election was astounding. Like, more than 50%, and I think our local election in May was maybe 9%. So what efforts, if any, can we undertake to try to have all the elections be closer to the 50%?
Right.
And attendance at town meeting, I mean, historically has been anecdotally low turnout, and it's a lot. It's typically multiple nights, and it's late at night, and but those are important decisions that we're making about our immediate community. So encouraging more attendance at town meeting.
Right. I know there's an organization that's working to help folks understand how to become active in town meeting, and I mean, I don't know, something to consider for later in the year is maybe we can have people come in and give presentations to the committee, I think, or
Sure.
So maybe that's something we can carry over. Yeah,
Absolutely.
and for our viewing public.
Absolutely.
All right, well, I think we have a good plan for that. And for the annual, thank you for your feedback on the annual report. And so I will create a draft that we can discuss at our December meeting, and I will put it in the drive and let people know when that's ready to go. I think there's actually a tab for annual report in the drive, so I'll put it there, but I'll let folks know where it lives.
Okay.
I don't see on here new business, but I think I can ask. Is there any new business that folks want to bring up?
Nothing for me this time.
I think we've talked about some good ideas to carry over into the future, so that's exciting. And I appreciate everyone's feedback and participation. But if we don't have anything else, I guess I would entertain a motion to end the meeting.
So moved.
Who's going to second it?
I second.
Okay. Yeah, all in favor?
Aye.
Great. Hearing no no's, the meeting is adjourned.
4:57.
Thank you.